So let's talk about grief, please, today. So I'm going to share with you today 4 items that I would like for you to consider not saying and 4 items that you can say instead. So the first item is saying nothing. When we say nothing, when a person has experienced loss and grief, it invalidates the person emotional standards at that time, excuse me. So instead of saying nothing, simply say in all sincerity, I am sorry for the loss of your mom, of your daughter, or whomever. Simply saying, I am sorry for your loss, validating that A, the loss has occurred, and B, you recognize that there's a need to be present with that person and tell them that you're sorry for the loss instead of being quiet and saying nothing. The second thing is that you're in a stage right now. It's going to be over soon. The actual fact is that grief never ends. Grief stays with us all of our lives. So instead of saying that you're in a stage, I would suggest that you consider saying grief ebbs and flow at will. 1 hour we may feel one way, the next hour we may feel quite different, and from day to day the emotions of grief are different. So instead of saying you're on a stage, encourage the person to look at grief as a ebb and flow as the ocean tide. It goes back and forth and it moves at will. So just be present as that person experiences grief, but reinforce the fact that grief actually ebbs and flows, and there are no stages to grief. There are similarities in the emotions of grief, but really no stages. So instead of saying, I know how you feel, and the reason why you wouldn't say, I know how you feel, because every person experiences grief differently. The fact that your mother died and my mother died does not mean that we're going to experience this grief the same. Our emotional relationship with our mothers are different. Our relationship period with our mothers are different. We're different people. So I really don't know how you feel. So what you want to say, or what I suggest that you say is, I can begin to imagine how you feel right now. And that would be sufficient. The fourth thing is, what do you need? Instead of asking a person that's in an emotional upheaval with grief and loss, instead of asking, what do you need? I would suggest that you say, can I help you with your kids for a couple of hours? Can I run an errand? Or what time do you need me to run the errand? What time can I come by and pick up your kids for a couple of hours and take them to the park? What can I bring you for dinner tonight, and what time do you need it? I'll drop it off, or I'll call Uber Eats, or whatever it is that you can do as an action item. When we ask, what do you need? Almost all the time a griever is going to say, I'm good, I don't need anything. I'm okay right now. So instead of asking that question, you move to a place of a specific action item for yourself and supporting the griever. Can I help you with whatever that item is that you have available that you can help with the griever with taking care of? So this week we are looking at considering what to say and not to say. The 4 items is saying nothing. The second item is you're in a stage. The third is I know how you feel. The fourth is what do you need? Instead, consider saying, I'm sorry for your loss, the first item. Number 2 is that grief ebbs and flow at will. Number 3, I can't imagine how you must feel right now. And number 4, can I help you with your kids for an hour tonight? I will be by to drop off your dinner. So instead of saying, what do you need? We're going to reverse that and say, can I help you with dinner? I'll have Uber Eats deliver whatever time you need. Tell me what time that is. So it becomes an action item for us, and it relieves the pressure off of the griever to tell you exactly what they need. And sometimes they don't really know what they need at that time, but they know they need support. So I'm Anna at ALW Coaching. I offer one-on-one coaching. I offer grief workshops for corporations and businesses and churches. So schedule a chat with me and let's see how we can work together. I help others transition through life's greatest challenges into a position of well-being. So we'll chat real soon now. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining me.